Hey guys, it's Christine, aka Shma.
This is Shay. Can't even talk. This is Shaika, also known as Shy, and we are Flawless
Inspiration.
And today we're going to be talking about relationships and social media, and what our opinion is on having a relationship, and in this day and age, in conjunction with having social media, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And how y'all feel about it? Like,
yes. How do you guys feel about that? So I'm gonna let Christine start off because she has some strong opinions about this. I definitely have some opposing opinions, so you will hear. Stay tuned.
Well, I have like conflicting opinions. Like,
No, just state how you really feel. Like,
well, no, I go back and forth with it. So I am single, and I always
ready to mingle.
Ready to mingle, fellas. No, I'm joking. My son is probably like, Ma, really? So, if I was to get in a relationship, I don't really know if I would want myself, and my significant other to be active on social media. Ask me why.
I was just gonna say, why is that? And why is that?
Well, you know, like from my own personal experience, because we can only go by our personal experiences. Honestly, a lot of guys that are in relationships, that are like married and in relationships, hit me up in my messenger, or like
You sliding all up in DMs?
yeah, and that really bothers me. Any of my friends know I am so like I get so aggravated, because I am the ultimate, like, you gotta have respect for your husband or your boyfriend or whatever, or girlfriend, or wife,
For the relationship.
yeah, in the relationship in general. So it bothers me so much that a person that is in a relationship is hitting me up.
Now, does it bother you because... Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to say this. Because have you personally been in a relationship where you've been on social media with your partner?
No. Well, with Jalen's father, yeah. But
Was
when
that an
Facebook
issue?
first started, it wasn't really an issue. No. But I think social media. So let's just be honest here, right? You can cheat anywhere, right?
Absolutely.
You go to the grocery store, the library.
Absolutely.
You can walk outside in your car.
Absolutely.
And see somebody walking by. But social media allows it to be so much more easier. You could be laying in your bed next to your partner and be cheating.
Yeah, I don't think that that's necessarily true, because I think that people have been cheating, men and women, since well before social media.
Absolutely. But now it's gotten so much more easier. Like,
how do we know that? That's just an opinion.
Well, from my experience, not that it's happened to me, but I've just seen it so often that I don't know. Like, I just feel like, so for me, it's not hard to say, to ignore you, or to say, you know, you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a husband or a wife. Like, that's not hard for me to say. It's just, I don't know, like,
do you think that changed, that because dudes slide in your DM that you know that are in a relationship, that's what's changing your view on it?
Possibly, yeah. It like kind of tarnishes my opinion on it, and then that makes me subconsciously worry, like, oh, if I get in a relationship, is he gonna do that to me? And we all know, like, obviously individuals are their certain person, their certain entity. Like, they don't have to be what that person is. I get it. I get all that. I just, like, and I feel like there's just so much temptation out there, right? There's temptation in the world in general. Let's just be honest and real. But I just feel like there's just so much more temptation just by scrolling and you see a girl that looks a certain way. I mean, I guess it comes... See, this is why it's very conflicting for me, because I know with you and your husband, you are very confident in your relationship, but I think that you are so confident because of the years and the trust that you have in your relationship.
And that's what that's exactly what I was gonna say, because at the end of the day, whether you're in a relationship and you have social media or not, that to me personally, I don't think that that's going to make or break the relationship, to be honest. And the reason why I say that is because of the fact that you have to have trust first.
Yeah.
You know, you have to have trust first, but you also, as like, say for me particularly, I had to be confident within myself in the first place. If I wasn't confident within myself, you know, and to know that I am enough and there's a lot of other things that go along with it. If I didn't have a confidence in myself, then I would be worried. And my husband doesn't even have social media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, or maybe if I've had that experience, thankfully I haven't had experience with my husband, but you know, if I've had that experience, that might have then changed my mind about certain things, you know. So I personally don't think social media has anything to do with it, although I respect Christine's opinion about it. It does make sense, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people think like you as well.
You know, and as you're talking, I'm just so conflicted. So I have a son who's older, and he's in a relationship, a very long-term relationship, and they are both active on social media. Not extremely active, but they're active, and they're very open and cool about each other being on social media.
Yeah.
And when I think back of my daughter's father and I being on social media, like, he was 100% okay with me having his password, but I've never had the desire to go on his social media and check. I just never did. I think maybe, you know, now that I'm thinking and now that you're talking, because this is what I mean, I'm very conflicted about it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
I guess if I was to be in a very established relationship and I had trust in that individual, it possibly could be okay, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and if I trusted him, like, I don't need to go on your social media. No, that's not what I'm saying. But maybe if I trusted you and you offered your password, but I wouldn't go on your social media, kind of thing, like. Because I've never been the Snoopy type of person. Because I believe what you do in the dark does come to light.
I solely believe that.
Yeah, so I don't need to snoop. I've never been a snooper ever in my life. So, yeah, like, this is why I'm very conflicted. But I feel like maybe if I had trust and I just feel like people nowadays just are out there just sneakily cheating, and just like their spouse or girlfriend or whoever is just laying next to them and they're like, hey girl, what are you doing? Oh, you look really good in that picture. And it bothers me so much, Shaika.
No, I know it bothers you, and it's not right. It's not okay, and it's a valid point. It's so messed up that there's people that are very deceitful in their relationships, but at the end of the day,
not everyone's like that. I get that.
Exactly. At the end of the day, not everyone's like that, and if you are like that, that means that you're lacking something, because that has nothing to do with the woman or the man if the person's doing it.
Yeah,
and that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think that it's anything that's triggered by, just like if you're jealous that your partner. If you're jealous in general, then you're going to be jealous with what the person's looking at on social media. Yeah. You know? But I'm not trying to say that you're jealous.
No,
I'm just saying.
But it can be an insecurity within me, no matter who I meet. Right. Until I build.
Yes, exactly. Because it's like, for you, I think that because you've been single, and you've been single for ever since you've been separated and divorced, which has been quite some time. Yeah. And from that quite some time, there's a lot of people that are sliding your DMs trying to get with you or whatever. Meanwhile, you're single and trying to have a relationship. So in your mind, you're like, well, how is this ever going to work when these married men or guys in relationships have women? So of course that's going to taint your perception. Yeah. You know, to me that will taint. Yeah. It's going to taint your perception, you know, but it's like, if you have a solid relationship, nothing is going to penetrate that.
Yeah, and I get that. And
I'm going to give you a good example, right? So, I have social media. My husband does not have social media. He doesn't have social media because he chooses just not to.
Wait, let's give a shout out. Hey, who's that?
Hey, boo. Hey, boo. So, no. Hun, love. Yeah, that's what I call him. So, yeah, so he just chooses not to. It's not because I object to it. He just chooses not to. But when there's been times where people that we mutually know will see something on social media and report back to him. And it's like, and he'll come back and mention it or whatever. And I'm like, really, hon? Really? You know, like, really? You're gonna go and and thank God, like, we trust enough, we trust each other so much that's not going to make a difference. I just feel like it's crazy when people see things on social media. And mind you, I'm definitely not the type of girl that I don't cheat. I'm just not a cheater. I appreciate and love my husband. I'm not just saying that just to say it. I'm loyal to my situation. I wouldn't be with my husband if I didn't love him, if I didn't want to be there. You know what I mean? But people they'll see certain things. Like, say if I knew, like, this is a perfect example, right? There was this guy, a childhood friend, a boy, right? A guy. He was a childhood friend. I knew him. Him and my sister used to hang out a long time ago in Stanford when we were younger. I hadn't seen him in years, you know, since my grandmother moved from that location that she was living at the time. And he happened to have social media. I connected with him on social media. He saw a picture of me. He's like, "Oh my God, you are so beautiful, girl." Thank you, you know. And I mean, that happens. People are gonna compliment my picture, guy or girl. Thank you. I'm not getting gassed up for a beautiful, but for a comment. I'm just not. Like, thank you. It is very sweet. I'm very humble accepting that compliment. I am, but I'm not. You know, but somebody, and the worst thing about it, somebody in Jose's family, you know, meanwhile, you know our dynamic and stuff, but you're reporting back to him saying, basically talking about what you saw on the social media. Like, that got me so upset, because it's like, you're trying to ruin somebody's marriage. Like, why would you assume that?
Yeah.
Just because somebody's saying, I'm beautiful, I don't have control of that. And what, I shouldn't say thank you? Yeah. Like, there's nothing wrong with somebody paying a female that's married a compliment.
Yeah.
Mind you, thankfully, maybe I've never had people slide in my DMs.
Yeah.
And that could be because they probably know that I have that energy to be dealing with that, you know?
Yeah.
So that could be the reason. I don't know what it is, but people don't do that to me, you know? And I'm sure that it could happen for some people. Some people, they do that. I don't know what makes people not. But yeah, good, because I don't want nobody sliding my damn DMs. I'm married, and I don't need nobody sliding nothing in my damn DMs. You're gonna.
And when I get a boyfriend and when I get married, please don't slide in my DMs. Please not have it. No.
But I'm just saying. I'm just
yeah.
I'm not into.
No, thankfully, because I don't like. I think when you're single, it's a little more. You know, like, guys know I'm single, so. But that's good. That's the energy you're putting out there. Like, they know. Like, no, she's married. Like,
right.
Because when I was married with Jay's father, I have to honestly say, no one ever messaged me. Yeah.
Okay, that's a great thing, because people are respecting that boundary. You know,
absolutely.
Sometimes people will try by doing it in different ways, but I don't entertain that mess. I just don't entertain it. It's like, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, you can't. People see things and they have assumptions of what's going on just from social media.
Oh, yeah.
You don't even know people from social media, though.
Yeah, a lot of people make assumptions.
Right?
Yeah.
People put on there what they want you to see, first of all. Second of all, you don't even know nothing, know the situation or nothing. You're just assuming by what you see on social media.
Mm-hmm.
And you act like you know the person from a can of paint just by what they put on social media. No, they put what they want you to see, and you form your opinion about how they live their life, but that's not really their life. They're showing you the parts that they want you to see, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I just find it mind-boggling that somebody would do, like, I just think it's so wrong. Like, when that was done, and it's happened actually multiple times, that people... I know my husband doesn't have social media, so when he's talking to me and he mentions a situation, I'm like, oh yeah, you know, clearly somebody told you that, you know, clearly somebody told you that. But why do people have to feel the need to report back on other people's relationship? If you didn't see me in the act, why are you doing that? You're causing trouble. You're stirring up mess. And to me, the only people that do nosy nonsenses like that is either you're unhappy, you're deceitful yourself, and you just have nothing else to do but be in other people's business. I'm just saying, you know? And especially, like, you're trying to say something about my character?
I know.
You're trying to say something about my character.
Especially if they know, like, your dynamic. Like, honestly, if I ever saw that, I would not... I swear, not just because you're sitting next to me, I would never in my life think, ooh, what's that? I wouldn't even, like, that wouldn't even come to my mind.
And you know what? The thing is that I'm so confident with myself that I don't give a crap. I don't care.
And I'm sure Jose didn't even, like, think to face,
he'll
like...
ask the question.
Of course, because that's it was presented to him.
Right, so we'll talk about it.
But he didn't even, like...
He doesn't even flinch, because at the end of the day, he knows it's not true. And plus, too, sometimes people ask you the question to see how you move and react to the question.
Yeah, see, but I just want to
You
touch
know?
real quick. Like, that to me is some dope love. And I just want to put that
Thank
energy
you.
out there real
Thank
quick
you.
because I want that love.
Yeah.
Like, I want that love where look, I'm patting her shoulder. I want that love where, like, he knows. Like I'll just like be real with you. I will never in my life cheat on my love. Like, never.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're my boyfriend, and you're someone I'm talking to, you're my boyfriend or you're my husband,
Mm-hmm.
I will always be loyal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, loyalty is my number one
Mm-hmm.
trait. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Even with my friendship,
Mm-hmm.
you might get on my nerves, and I
Mhm.
might say, "Gosh, Aika's getting on my nerves,"
Mhm.
but I always be loyal.
Mhm.
And I think that's dope that you and Jose
Yeah.
have that, and I want that. So,
But then too, I personally don't judge people that do that. You know?
no,
what I mean?
and I don't either, because honestly, I know people that do that, or I have,
Mhm.
or I've known people that have done that,
Mhm.
and that's your business. I just believe, like, we have
You
to
should
be honest.
honor.
Like, karma's real,
It's real.
and you do get what you give.
Yeah,
Like,
it's so
you,
true.
You know what
plus,
I'm saying? Like,
plus, you just have to know. You just have to realize, like, why am I doing this? Am I
Yeah.
happy?
but it has
am
a
I
lot
missing
to do,
something?
Yeah, it has a lot to do with how you are inside. Like,
Right.
why are you doing
Exactly,
that? You know
because
what I'm
I'm
saying?
telling you, I could be. I don't think that I'm wrong. I'm just saying I could be wrong, but people do it because they're missing something within themselves.
Yeah,
Period.
yeah.
Period.
Yeah,
Period.
yeah.
You doing it because you missing something.
And, yeah,
you know,
insecurity,
right?
not fulfilled.
Yes.
It could be the way you grew up, your environment,
Mhm.
you saw somebody cheating.
Mhm.
It's multiple things.
Yes.
And that's why I always go back to the fact that I had two parents that loved each other.
Mhm, mhm.
My parents were married 25 years before my father died.
Mhm.
So I saw my parents wasn't perfect. They
Mm-hmm.
they fought.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I don't like fighting, by the way, but
Mhm.
they fought.
Mhm.
And they loved each other
Mhm.
though.
They
They
loved
were
each other.
married.
Mhm.
My grandparents were married like 40-something years, and then my
Mhm.
grandpa died, and my grandma died within 5 days apart.
Mhm.
So I always saw these couples in love.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like yearn for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So let's put that energy in the atmosphere.
Yes, we're gonna put that up in the atmosphere because I actually came from a divorce situation, but I feel like for me personally, when I chose my partner, I waited a while because I wanted to make sure that I did not go through that same path my parents went through.
And that's
it was like
something-
the opposite.
Yeah.
It's either I could have followed in that footstep or learn to not follow in that
Exactly.
footstep.
Exactly. And that happens.
Because you have to be real about your feelings. You know what? Because people change. The Shaika that was 20 is not the same Shaika, because I met my husband when I was 20.
Yeah.
The same Shaika that met him at 20 is not the same Shaika right now as we speak.
Yeah.
I'm not the same person.
Yeah.
But the thing is that you got to be accepting of your partner changing. You got to be okay with it. But the thing is, with that change, you might grow apart. And that's not always terrible. Sometimes some people just grow apart, But, in certain situations, people are not honest. They stay in the situation for whatever various things, thinking that it's okay. Like, I don't know, from a very young age, I was just a strong believer that if you don't love your partner, then, and you could see that y'all don't like each other, then there's no need to be with each other. And I've always felt that way because of the fact, I don't know, I must have got that from somewhere. I'm not exactly sure exactly where that comes from, but I've been a strong believer that if you're not feeling that situation, you have kids or whatever, it's better to not be in that situation. Because at the end of the day, if you guys don't love each other and y'all guys don't nurture your relationship, then it's going to trickle on to the kids seeing that. Yeah, or if you're fighting all the time.
Yeah, you teach your children
You
what to accept.
You teach your children what to accept.
So, like, if you're in a relationship, right,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not in a happy relationship,
Mm-hmm.
you're showing your children this is love. This is an example of love.
Right.
So y'all not kissing, you're fighting. So you're teaching your children this is how you love your other person.
Right. I feel that. I totally feel that that's the truth.
Absolutely.
So you should be very mindful to kind of not... I mean, you should do what makes you happy. But don't think just because you're staying with that person is going to benefit... It's ultimately benefiting the kids.
It's
like,
not, and I'm a firm believer in that. Do not stay.
Yeah, I feel like if you really love the person and it's worth it, fight for it. So to keep that situation,
absolutely. But
that's different.
But don't stay if you're not in love for the kids.
Right, exactly. Because all they're gonna see is the separation and thinking, and then they're gonna mimic that behavior.
Yeah.
And then that's how people keep doing the same cycle of broken situations, broken relationship.
Yeah.
You're not fulfilled completely. You have to, what's wrong with being honest to say, you know what, I'm not in because people do things, I feel like, too off of what the world sees too.
Well, yeah,
like, or
and,
the
that,
world thinks.
and that plays off back to social media, right?
Yes.
So how many people betray happiness and are really not happy?
Oh, so much.
Like, I see so much of my timeline, and I'm just like, oh, you this. And not to be mean, but some people are just not really that happy, and I know that. And not to be mean, but I feel like we almost have to put on this facade, and it's sad, right? We have to make pretend we're this happy, and we as in people just have to pretend like, oh, let me post this picture with my person, and if I don't post this picture with my person, then I'm not this happy. Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Or if you're in a relationship, you almost feel the need, well, if I don't post this picture with my person, then there's not a person, so I gotta post this picture. Right? We almost feel the obligation to post the picture.
Yeah.
And I think
no, you don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
You don't have to post anything you don't want to post.
Yeah.
Just because you're not posting doesn't mean that you're not happy, and just because you're posting doesn't mean that you're happy.
Exactly.
Because for me, like, I got off social media for a long period of time, and then I'm just starting to get back. But now that I've gotten back on social media, I just don't feel the need to post as much, and that's just my personal opinion. Now, if
there's nothing
somebody,
wrong with posting,
that's what I'm saying.
Because like, I post, but I don't.
It doesn't matter though. If you want to post all day, every day, that's your business, and that's okay. So do what you feel is authentic to Christine.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like I'm gonna do whatever is authentic to Shaika. Yeah. I just don't want to be sitting there all day looking back and checking and I just don't want that.
Yeah, you almost because like. Oh my God, there's so many studies with that too.
Yeah, because I just don't want to
get... messes with your mental.
Yes.
Like, how many people are liking my stuff? How many people are commenting on my stuff? Oh my God, wait, I didn't get this many likes in this many time. Like, oh my God, it becomes almost obsessive, and there's like links and things for depression and all these.
It's a lot.
You guys should look it up on the TED Talks. Oh my God, I've been like researching it. There's so many links to that because you compare yourself like subconsciously to people's lives. It's pretty crazy.
And that's what causes the unhappiness because you're like, oh my God, well, if only this person, you know, like, oh, I see them doing this, that, and the third. We need to do that. No, you need to have implemented whatever works for you guys. Whatever works for you guys.
Exactly. I didn't mean to cut you off. No. But I felt that way before. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like, I'm like, wow. And maybe even, like, because I know back in the day, like, when you used to post, I'm like, wow, Shaika's doing so much. And I had my own life with, you know, doing whatever, and we were really cool, and we would do stuff. But I'm like, wow, Shaika's going here, here, and here. And I'm like, why don't I do this much? Maybe with Jay's father, I might have even said it back then. So that was, like, a long time ago. But... And that's where the comparison came in.
Yes, because at the end of the day, what works for me and my husband is not going to work for everybody else.
And it wasn't a comparison of like me.
No. I know that you're just kind of comparing like, oh my God, well,
we don't do that.
We don't do that much. So then you start kind of maybe. Because sometimes people will attack their partner and be like, well I see this, that, and the third, and we don't do this, so what the hell's going on? But the thing is that if you've accepted a certain lifestyle for so long, and now that you're on social media so much, now all of a sudden it's a problem?
Yeah.
You know, like, if you want something implemented in your relationship, establish that. And don't do it because you see other people doing it. Do it because you genuinely want to do it with your partner.
Yeah.
Have a conversation. Talk about it. The communication is key. And maybe if the person is not looking to appease what you want, then you got to think twice about the relationship. That's just all I'm saying, you know? Communication is key. It's a give and take situation. Like, you know... Obviously, my relationship is not perfect by any means, and I know nobody's relationship is perfect, you know. But there's certain things that we haven't gone through because we respect each other that much to not put each other through certain things, and we generally want to be with each other. We communicate. I want to make him happy just like he wants to make me happy, and that's what works. I'm not focused on, okay, well, everything Jose can do for me. Whatever he could do for me, what he could do for me, what he could do for me. No, I have to bend to give him what he needs. And then he gives me what I need. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm like truly grateful because it could have gone any way. But it's because I'm firm with what I want. And if I want something and he doesn't think of it, then I lead it. I lead in that, you know, and it's not a problem for me.
Yeah.
You know? It's not a problem, but the social media situation, I mean, he just chooses not to do it because he doesn't want to. He's not into that. And that's okay, but you have to be firm in your relationship for anything to work. social media or not, it doesn't make a difference, you know, to me.
Like I said,
But
I'm very conflicted about it.
No, but I have to respect.
I get very confused, and I'm like, yeah, I think I would be okay, and probably I sound a little confused on this video because truthfully, I'm very confused because you know we had this conversation many times before, and you're probably like, what the hell does this girl want? Because truthfully, I don't know what I want. Like,
I think that
I don't know if I would even want to meet my significant other on social media. I truthfully don't know. I'd rather meet my person in a library or something.
I think that's what it is, because, and that could be too, that you're like, okay, well, if he's just so quick to DM me for us to get together and meet each other and spend time, then he could be doing that to somebody else.
Because let me tell you guys, like, one day I was sitting with my cousins, hey Janelle, hey Sarah, and we were like in the kitchen, and I was just like, yeah, a couple of guys have been DMing me, and they're like, yeah, it's crazy how many DMs, and I don't know why I even because I don't like to like disrespect a guy and share his name and tell him, but they haven't. It was the same dudes. Like, it was 3 of the same dudes that were emailing all of us.
You can't make this up.
And I'm just like, wow, dude. I'm just curious, not to be disrespectful towards guys or anything, but do you consciously think like you're emailing girls that are all common factors or denominators, like their friends? Like, do you think like they talk?
You know what the thing is that I think that men will try what they can try, and they don't give a crap, and some women entertain it, and that's why they think that.
And I mean, none of us honestly were entertaining one particular. Well, none of them actually.
Some women will.
They just kept messaging back to back, and we weren't even acknowledging the messages. And you know, I feel bad doing that, but you know, if I don't have an interest in somebody, I don't necessarily want to respond. Not to be mean or anything. I just don't want to waste either one of our times.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I just want to be honest and not just respond. I don't really want to communicate with you if I don't really think something can kick off, you know?
Absolutely. At the end of the day, I think that we just have a good conversation about the different opposing views regarding
yeah, we could touch on it longer. Like, obviously we'll probably bring this up in another video, and we plan on having a couple of guys on here, like maybe a little panel of like 3 guys, and us and Damali and Shy. Us and Damali and Shy. Us
3 guys, 3
Damali,
girls.
yeah. And maybe we'll touch on social media and get some intake on that, and see how the other guys, I know Jose is going to be on here, so he's not on social media.
So he'll give his perspective.
Yeah, he'll give his perspective. But yeah, we definitely want to touch more on this in relationships, because relationships is relationships.
Yeah,
relationships. Let the world go round.
Yeah, I mean, relationships is. I mean, that's what we're here for, to have relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
thank you so much for watching us. Yes. And if you have any suggestions or anything that you want us to talk about, please let us know. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And subscribe. And if you haven't noticed, God is dope. God is dope. God is dope. Shaika's dope.
Thank you.
Christina's dope.
Christina's dope.
The world is dope.
Yes, it is.
We love you.
We love you guys, and we love each other.
Yeah.
Peace, love, and blessings. Bye.
Bye.